Well, we wanted a service where we were just dealing with one person, but we wanted quite a bespoke service. And Wickes ticked all the boxes really on that front.
How's your morning been?
Good, really nice, yes. Did the school run, came back, put my rollers in, and yeah.
I saw you with your rollers, you look very happy.
Thank you. In the house 18 months, and the kitchen was put in just before Christmas a year ago. So yeah, about 12 or 13 months now. We were looking at loads of different places, and we wanted something that felt quite bespoke because there were certain things that we wanted to incorporate. And what we also wanted though was a place where if anything went wrong or if there were any snagging, you could just go back to one person, so that there's one organisation that deals with everything end to end. And that's why we went for Wickes, and actually that's what we found. It's been brilliant in the sense that the whole thing was organised for us. So it was wonderful that it was all end to end, and yeah, just one person to deal with, and Julian, who was a joy. So we literally just drove up to Wickes, we've just got one down the road, and went in and said, "Hi, can you help?" And Julian was there, the design consultant, and he took care of everything from that point onwards. We went back into store, and then he gave us a 3D image of what the kitchen would look like, and I was able to look at, do we have enough drawers? My husband didn't really think we needed drawers, and I was trying to explain that we do need drawers. So, you know, and Julian sort of managed all of that really nicely. So my husband was very much about the design and what it looked like, and I was trying to think about the practicalities. And we went to Julian in the first instance, and we sort of talked to him about how we wanted the kitchen. We chose our range. He was brilliant with the advice, because I'd sort of always imagined that we might have an island. And then when he came and looked at the shape, he said, look, you could do, but actually what I'd recommend is X, Y, and Z, and he was absolutely right. And he was just really adaptable all the way through. We chose one range, and then about a few months later, we decided on the heritage sage, and he very quickly redrew it all. Yeah, I mean, there were certain things we definitely wanted, like the Belfast sink. My husband really wanted a coffee maker. I wanted to make sure we had a big fridge, because we'd never really had a big fridge before, and I got sick of like the beers filling up where the vegetables should go. And so there were a few things like that where he said, okay, you could have an under-counter fridge over there for your drinks, and then you could have just a food fridge here. And he just really listened to us and understood what we wanted. Funnily enough, my husband is the guy in the house that has the design ideas. He was the one that he's often on Instagram, and he would like show me things and say, what do you think of this, what do you think of that? So we kind of had a sense of how we wanted it very much in keeping with the cottage, and so we wanted it to feel quite country. We hadn't really decided on the colour. Actually, the sage was a decision when we went into the showroom and saw the sage. I think before that we'd been thinking of a really dark blue maybe, but I think it goes really well with the fact that the doors are often open, the windows open in the summer, and it kind of it really goes with the garden, I think, and the lawns and the flowers outside. The house, when we bought it, it was such a family home, a really warm home. So we knew we wanted to sort of make sure it still felt that way. So it was pretty clear to us when we went into the showroom the kind of styles that we'd be looking for, like the more shaker style rather than the modern, for example. It was really easy. Dan looked after everything. He was fab. Probably took about a month. Because it really wasn't just a kitchen install. What was amazing was that actually it was a renovation really. So they took out a wall, they put steels in, they closed up a door, you know, so it was quite involved. So I'd say it was sort of best part of a month, and they got us in before Christmas, which was really fab because we were able to have our first Christmas here. So I believe on the doors it's 10 years, but all the actual infrastructure is 20 years. And then 2 years for the workmanship. So yeah, which is great. So loads of bits that I love. Obviously the table where the kids are and where they colour and do their homework while I'm over here. But I love the worktop. They're really sleek. I like the way they go with the Belfast sink. They're quartz. We spent quite a long time choosing it. I'm really, really pleased with it. My husband loves the coffee machine. That was his little luxury. And I think the storage is brilliant. So what's fab is that when people come round, I'd love to say that it always looks like this, but when people come round, there's so many ways that we can sort of put all the kids' crafts away, and all the storage for the food is fab as well. So it just makes life a lot easier. Absolutely, yeah, we've had a great service. as I say, when, end to end, dealing with one person, it wasn't just a kitchen install. We had the whole thing renovated, and they dealt with everything end to end. Julian was fab. We can always pick up the phone to him, and actually, as with any projects, you have a couple of snagging issues, he's dealt with them straight away. So yeah, I'm really, really happy, and probably get our bathrooms done next. So yeah.